Hi, it's John Cronshaw here with my author diary for the week ending August the 4th, 2024. I've had a mixed bag of a week. Some of it's been spent doing fun stuff, some of it has been spent doing work. So I did some music stuff, spent most of Monday doing music stuff, ended up recording a song with a friend of mine. So that was fun. We had a jam, just kind of getting the guitar out, and he was playing guitar, piano, singing, all that stuff. So yeah, it was fun. Also wrote episode 47 of Punks vs Zombies. So that means I believe I've got 5 more left now. So what I need to do is basically sit down with some index cards, and I've got basically a load of plot points that need to happen, load of ideas for stuff. I just need to put it in the right order, and so it has the biggest emotional punch. So yeah, I will probably be working on that next week. What else? Yeah, also been working on setting up a Patreon page. So I mentioned last week stuff that was going on with Ream, behind the scenes stuff, not a good look. I was kind of umming and ahhing as to whether to carry on with Ream, and I've decided that I am going to switch over to Patreon. This won't be immediately, but I went on Ream the other day, went on their front page, and it was all erotica stuff. So I've got nothing against people who write erotica. I've got nothing against anyone reading it, but for my brand and my readers, that's not the right fit. So I think personally that Ream should market itself as a place that's good for people who write erotica, steamy romance, and all that, not for people who don't, because they just haven't got it set up in a way that where you go to the page and it basically just looks a bit like a smutty website. I'm going to carry on with the current projects on Ream that I have. So Wyvern Rider will still be posting. The third Ravenglass Legends book, that will keep posting. Punks vs Zombies will keep posting. But at some point I'm going to switch over to Patreon. So I've been setting that up. I've got the name. I did Patreon years ago, so I was able to get my old name back. I wasn't able to get the account kind of percentage rate that I got back in the day. But yeah, I feel like I know what I'm doing now with this kind of platform thing, and I've got loads more content. And I just feel happier with the kind of, I suppose, just the kind of trust and brand awareness that people have of Patreon over Ream. And I think Ream has done a lot of damage to itself over the past few weeks, especially within the author community. So yeah, as I say, if you are one of my subscribers on there, then don't worry, you will still be getting stuff, at least for the foreseeable future. But yeah, there will be a point, probably I don't know, later this year, maybe early next year, where I do switch over. But until then, at the minute it's just a dormant page on Patreon. So I'm just going to be populating it with stuff that already exists on Ream. And then when I'm ready to start posting new stuff, then that's when I will make the proper announcement. But yeah, if you want to have a look at what I've got there already, it's just patreon.com/John Cronshaw author. I'm really disappointed with the Ream stuff because, as I say, I like the platform. I think it's a good experience. It's got a lot going for it, but it's also got a lot against it now. So that's a shame. But yeah, onwards and upwards and all that. This will also mean, I'm basically waiting to finish Punks vs Zombies, and then when that is finished, then my Substack will also drop from being a paid thing as well. So it's probably going to be that the Patreon will switch over when the Substack comes to an end, and that is when Punks vs Zombies comes to an end, basically, and I'll make the announcement on there. So in any paid subscriber people, you will get Punks vs Zombies, you will get everything that you've been paying for anyway. Makes no difference there, and then your payments thing will basically get turned off and invited to move over. So hopefully you'll come along for the ride. In terms of reading, I read, I have been reading a book called Ezaara by Eileen Mueller. So this is a young adult Dragon Rider fantasy, perfect escapism. Don't know if you've been following the news in the UK this week. There was some kind of horrible stuff in Southport, and when you've got kids yourself, and it's a seaside town in Lancashire, which is, basically where I live, it kind of hits a bit harder, I think. The most escapist stuff imaginable. This is why I feel that fantasy is important, is it does kind of help in situations like that. So also watched a really cool documentary this week called Dig. This was about the Brian Jonestown Massacre and the Dandy Warhols bands, and about their trajectory coming up together. Really interesting, actually. Just the way that those two bands were kind of doing a similar thing. They knew each other. They worked kind of, bit of a love-hate relationship, but of a bit of a rivalry, creative rivalry. Where you make each other better. It was really interesting. So if you can watch that. Also started watching old DVD, which is the Live Tonight Sold Out by Nirvana. Been enjoying that. Going back, revisiting that. Haven't watched that in quite a few years, so checking out a bit of Nirvana stuff. Good band, aren't they? They some good stuff. Right bangers. Recommend Nirvana if you've never heard of them. I think next week, I'm coming to the end of Punks vs. Zombies, so I just need to sit down and outline what I'm doing. Probably write another episode. Just see how it goes in terms of stuff. Some holidays, school, some holidays, and all that. So, I'm being present with my son, and that means that nowhere near as productive, but that's fine because it's some holidays, and it's warm, really warm in the UK. We don't really have air conditioning here, so it sucks when you're inside, especially when you're trying to work in an attic and it's like sweltering. So just getting out, enjoying the sunshine, enjoying the fact that we live by the sea helps get a bit of breeze. So that's good. So anyway, until next time, cheerio.